Hi guys, welcome to the webinar. I'm going to get started shortly. Just waiting for people to come online. And in the meantime, just do me a favor, just pop your name in the chat room. Let me know where you're from. Let me know your name. Let me know where you're from. And we'll get started as soon as possible. Just giving everybody a chance to get online and I'll get started. It's going to be, I'm going to try and keep it short, just to the point. You guys want to know what this is all about. This is about making money. This is a money webinar. I've been making money with Bitcoin mining, Bitcoin trading for the past 3 years now. It's set me financially free. And I work from home. I work from the comfort of my lovely home. I travel all over the world, and I also work from wherever, whenever. All I need is a laptop and an internet connection, and it's the life I've always wanted. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about myself when we get going, and I'm going to jump straight into the opportunity and help you guys get started. Now, okay, so we've got a couple people here. We've got Rupert. How's it, Rupert? Welcome from Cape Town. We've got Ian, also from Cape Town. Welcome, guys. Just waiting for more people to come on, and then we'll get started. Just let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, just say yes. If you can see my screen, just say yes as well, please, guys. Just want to make sure that you guys can hear me clearly and that you can see my screen. And then we'll get started. Okay, great. So Jan can hear me. Rupert, are you able to hear me there? Just waiting for more people to come online. We get started ASAP. Okay. All right, guys, let's get going. As the other guys join in, hopefully they'll be able to catch on what's going on. So, guys, I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin, why I got into Bitcoin, how you can get started with us and start mining, and I'm also going to talk into how you can accelerate your income and start earning income. Not only Bitcoin, but Ethereum, Expand, Zcash, Monero, Dash, Bitcoin Cash. I'm going to get into that shortly. We mine all of those top cryptocurrencies. They are in the top 10. The appreciation has been insane over the past couple of years. And of course, how do you earn dollars as well? So right now, as I'm speaking to you, I do not earn a single rand. All of my income is dollars or dollar based, and it's cryptocurrency based. And so I'm living like a king here. And the reason for that is because, as you probably know, the rand is now 15 to the dollar. So for every dollar I earn, I'm 15 times richer in South Africa. Right. So why are people moving to Bitcoin? Why are we talking about cryptocurrency? What is the big idea, right? So just to give you one of the reasons, right? The reasons is our currencies are deflationary and they are subject to inflation. In other words, we are being robbed of purchasing power every single year. So the same 100 rand that you have in your pocket right now will have less value and less purchasing power next year, same time, right? And they call Bitcoin and crypto monopoly money. No, the real monopoly money is this money over here that we deal with on a daily basis. The fact of the matter is, the average person should only have to work an average or a minimum of 10 years or a maximum of 10 years, and then they should be financially free and free to do what they want with their time. But the truth is, because our currencies are losing value every single day, we are forced to work for the rest of our lives. And then we rely on what is called pension or provident fund to help us survive after we finally retire. And that is even a bigger joke, because you only get back half and then they tax you the other half. It's daylight robbery, and people don't even realize it because of their own financial illiteracy. Okay, now let's talk about Bitcoin for a minute. You can see how Bitcoin has appreciated over the years. Right now, we're sitting at a value of about $6,600 to the Bitcoin. But people say to me, but Craig, the Bitcoin price has corrected, it's plummeted since December. Well, it's normal correction, right? It's normal correction that happens to every single real asset or real commodity in the market. Bitcoin last year, this time, was about $2,200. So depending on when you got in and how you strategized and how you entered the market, you are still in profit. For example, I know I'm still in massive profit since last year because my involvement in cryptocurrency is not based on ignorance. It's based on education. It's based on What I understand about cryptocurrency, that it's revolutionary and the price drops are temporary. We've seen this movie every single year, year in and year out. And when Bitcoin goes to $50,000, the same people that got caught when it went to $20,000 will get caught again. So what am I offering you guys today, right? I'm offering you guys an opportunity to mine in the safest mine in the world, which is Galaxy mining, and which I've been involved in for the past since 2015. Okay, I've been to Las Vegas every single year. I've been traveling all around the world. I'm a speaker. Just to give you guys some background before I continue, I'm a speaker at some of the top events. I've just been in St. Petersburg. That's me over there. I just want to make sure that you guys can still see my screen. So I'm a speaker at the biggest event in Russia. It's my second time speaking in Russia. I was invited to speak in Moscow. And the organizers of this big event that heard me speak in Moscow asked me to join the panel of prestigious speakers, some of the top brains and names in the world in crypto. I'm sharing the stage with them to talk about mining and to talk about our brilliant opportunity. And we've just opened up in Russia, which I'm extremely excited about. You can also head over to my YouTube channel where I've helped average people. You can see interviews I've done with people that have joined in my mining. Some of them only started off with $100. And this particular guy that I mine, Willie, is now got a $10,000 and a $5,000 mining contracts that are paying him out daily and have secured his future. So I advise you to watch that interview and just be blown away by his testimony. These are more interviews that I've done with other miners that are mining with me that have joined. I've done interviews with some of the top companies in places I've traveled to: New York, Moscow, Mexico. Met and befriended the top names in the crypto space. So all of this is there. I've done reviews of the mining contracts that I'm going to speak about to you shortly. You can see me in our mine. This is in just outside of Seattle, where I'll be again this year. I'll be traveling again. After I come back from Russia, I'll be back in Seattle with the team, with the guys, visiting the mine and seeing all the progress that we've made in this year alone. It's just been phenomenal, right? So we mine Bitcoin, Ethereum, Expand, Zcash, Monero, Dash, Litecoin. We've also added Bitcoin Cash. We've developed our own currency over the past 2 years called Galaxius that everybody's excited about. And our equipment will start mining that shortly. And then for those guys that need, I'm not going to get into the basics, but just know that Bitcoin is a currency. It's a dinkum real currency. It's a digital currency. It is known more specifically as a cryptocurrency, but it's used like anything else to make payments to other people or to companies all over the world. And if you go onto this website, which I'll share with you guys in the chat room, and you can always get it from me by email or wherever. All of my details will be up in the chat room. I'll put it up there shortly. Just have a look at the video. It's less than 2 minutes. It explains in layman's terms what Bitcoin is and how it differs from other currencies. There's also a short video on what Bitcoin mining is and why we are able to mine Bitcoin and how we are getting paid passively every single day. So just to give you an example of me, over this time that I've been with this company, I've bought massive contracts. I have multiple streams of cryptocurrency income that I get paid out every single day. I also get paid in dollars every single day in perpetuity, as Mr. Wonderful says from Shark Tank, one of my favorite programs that I watch almost every day. I'm going to be explaining to you, how to get involved, how to get started, and how you can expand your streams of income and eventually leave your job just like I did and just travel the world and do what you want to do with your time, okay? The third video is where our CEO, Ken Brough, explains how we fit into the picture and how we're helping people in South Africa and in 33 countries around the world secure their future and protect their wealth with our turnkey solution that I'm about to speak to you about shortly. Okay, so just quickly, a little bit about the company and who is behind it, okay? That's very important. When I was doing all of my startups, I had an Uber startup that I launched in Cape Town, Durban, and Johannesburg, and we had 150 cars, and I got myself a partner. My partners always, my partner used to say to me, Craig, this is when we were looking for now. We used our own money, and then now we're looking for seed funding and investors to invest in this project. And Craig and my partner always said to me, Craig, you know, when investors look at us, when they look at this opportunity, they're not just looking at the technology or the horse, you know, they call it the horse, the technology and the company and all of the IP that goes into it. They're also looking at the jockeys. They're looking at who is running this company. You know, who are the people behind this company, because that is critically important. And so it's important for you guys to know who are the people behind these companies. So we have Ken Brough, the Chief Executive Officer. He has 35 years of senior management experience, working recently with Tony Robbins as a divisional vice president. And these are some of the companies that he's been at a very high level at. Randy Prince, Chief Financial Officer as well, also operating at a very high level in Fortune 500 companies. David Martin, our Chief Visionary Officer, and then Dr. Anthony Van Tonner, Tony de Gouveia, and Mariska van der Langenberg, all of which I know personally. I've met personally. I've traveled with Tony. I've met all of these guys in Las Vegas and at the mine and at the different events that we have as a company. So again, all of this information is there for you to check out. Now, how do you get started with this? Okay, how do you get started with it? So we have entry-level Bitcoin mining contracts, as well as what we call multi-mining contracts that enable you to mine the other currencies, which I mentioned earlier. But let's just talk about the Bitcoin, because a lot of people get started with Bitcoin first. Some of them want to get started with both, and that's perfectly fine as well. So we have contracts that start from as little as $25 contracts, and I'll explain to you why it's such a low value or such a low amount. $25 is about 400 Rand, give or take, depending on the exchange rate. It's always changing. And then we have the $50, $100, $250, and $500 contracts. And this is what we call our very basic entry-level retail mining contracts. Now, there's two reasons why we have these small entry-level contracts. First, it's for those people that are really struggling. They don't have a lot of money, but they want to get started, and they want to get on this journey of financial freedom and of wealth. Okay, and so we enable them to get started at a very, very low amount. Okay. Now, the other reason is for people that do have money, but they're skeptical, right? They don't know what this whole thing is about. They want to test out the waters first, and that's perfectly fine, because I prefer people to actually start out that way. I've got miners from all over the world, and I was in Norway last year. Just tell you quickly, quickly divert here. I was in Norway last year because I bought land in Norway, and I bought it with Bitcoin. It was the easiest transaction that I've ever done in my life. It was like a couple seconds. I sent Bitcoin over to Norway to the guy there, and I got my land, got all my papers, and I had land, right? So I wanted to go and check out my land. So from the UK, I flew to Norway. After I spent time in the UK with my team over there, they're also building their businesses in crypto. And then I flew over to Norway, and I stayed in the Airbnb 2 days only, and I went to go and check out my land. But the host at the Airbnb were very intrigued with me, and they invited me for dinner, and I was sat there with them. And they didn't know me from a bar soap, and you must understand that Norwegians have got a lot of money, but they're very, very conservative, and they're very skeptical people. Okay, and so I sat with these guys, had dinner, and I started talking to them about Bitcoin, and they didn't know what Bitcoin was. There's an elderly couple. The one guy's a sculptor. He does amazing sculptures, and then the lady is his partner is a retired lady from Amsterdam. Now, I started speaking to them, and they were very fascinated by this whole Bitcoin thing. And I told them how I was mining, and I told them how I bought the land with Bitcoin. And then the more I spoke, the more these people were blown away. They were who is this guy? Where the heck does he come from? Right? And then, long story short, I said to them, listen, why didn't you guys start with $100? Right? You got nothing to lose. I mean, I might be a scammer. You never know. And if you lose $100, it's just $100, right? And $100 for a Norwegian is it's like 1 cent. Okay. And then both of them put in the $100, and they started. And I swear to you, not even 2 weeks back in South Africa, these guys are calling me on WhatsApp. They said, Craig, this is amazing. We want to put in more money. Anyway, long story short, they now have tens of thousands of dollars worth of mining contracts with us. And they've got their whole family on board. And a lot of people think that the conditions in South Africa are way different to the conditions in Norway and all these other countries. Let me tell you, it's the same. It's the same banking cartel. It's the same people that are making everybody poor and making everybody worried. Everybody is worried about their future. Everybody is worried about their money. These people have got a lot of money. They are too scared to put their money in the bank because the returns from the bank are ridiculous, okay? And I want to show you guys how you can, this is a safe haven for you, and how this is giving people returns or rewards, rather, as we refer to them, that nothing on this planet can give them right now. There's no traditional vehicle. I don't care if it's property. I don't care if it's endowment policies. I don't care what it is. There's nothing that is giving people the return or the reward that Bitcoin mining is giving right now. And also, it's the lowest and the safest risk in terms of entering the crypto space, right? It's a lot safer than buying Bitcoin and just holding it. And it's a lot safer than just trying to trade Bitcoin, because that requires immense skill and it's not passive, right? So when you buy these contracts, you are paid every single day in Bitcoin, and your portion is as per the size of your contract, okay? So I hope that's clear, guys, and I hope that's starting to make sense. So this is the easiest way to get started. It's entry level. And what we do is I put you in our WhatsApp groups, I put you in our Facebook groups where we educate, where we support, and we help you to grow your wealth and to make better and better decisions and strategize and really enter this amazing economy. I just wanted to show you guys how people are moving Bitcoin into, I mean, look at that. Look what's happening here. South Africa, USA, okay? I just opened the screen. The longer you have it open, the more you'll see Bitcoin moving into Brazil, everywhere. People are hedging, okay? The question is, why are you not hedging? The question is, why are you getting left behind? Because people are realizing and they are waking up all over the world. This is real time, okay? This is happening as I speak, okay? Go and check it out for yourself and be amazed and start taking action, okay? Now, this is the first way to get involved, guys. But now, if you like me, I like money. I love money. I love making lots and lots of money so I can do lots and lots of things with the money. And one of those things I love to do is travel to different places. Like I was just in Acapulco and Cancun, and I've always wanted to go there. And for the first time in my life, I was able to go there without worrying about money, about worrying about a job, or worrying about a business that I had to leave behind in South Africa. I just packed my bags and was gone. And I had the time of my life. And if you're on my Facebook, you'll check out my my time in Acapulco and Cancun, and I'll be going there again next year. I just reminded myself to book my tickets for that fantastic event that happens in Mexico every year. Now these contracts like Bitcoin mining and Bitcoin, they're all subject to the market, and the market goes up and down. That's how you know it's a real market. Anything that goes up must come down, and what goes down must come back up again. It's called cycles, right? It's the market. It's like property, it's like stocks, like anything else, like Forex. The prices go up and the prices come back down. Well, it's the same with Bitcoin, it's the same with mining. The prices go up and down. Anything that goes up in a straight line, you better start running. Put on your running shoes, buy your plane ticket, get out of there, okay? Do not touch anything that goes up in a straight line, because nothing on this planet goes up in a straight line. They all have seasons, they all have cycles, they cycle up and they cycle down. But there's a way to make money in all seasons, all right? And the way to do that is to have a business. And so now I'm going to talk to you guys about the business side of this. And when I realized there was a business side of this, I jumped in it, because I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a businessman, and I like to make money, and I like to have access to multiple streams of income. Because when I first heard of the concept of passive income, it pulled me in. I was like a magnet. I wanted passive income, and I didn't care what it was that helped me to get that passive income, whether it was music or property or crypto. I wanted to live the way rich people live, and rich people live on passive income. That's how they live their lives, and that's how they get time freedom, because time is the most important commodity to any of us. You can always get back money, all right? You can always get another job, all right? But you can never, ever get back time. You can never, ever get back that experience that you could have had in Bali or in the Maldives or in Acapulco. You'll never be able to get that opportunity and those certain ages in your life ever. You won't be able to get that back again. But money, you can get back easy to get back money, okay? I just want to mention one thing about these contracts before I move on to the bigger money and the big business, is these are once-off, and you can buy multiples of these. So let's say you just started off with a $50 or $100. That's a once-off payment. You don't pay again. However, you can keep adding to your contracts and your mining power, because the more mining power you have, the more money you make. Okay, so I hope that clears up that. I am going to take questions there, guys. So when you do have questions, just let me know. But I want to just finish up the presentation, and then you guys can email me your questions. You can call me. You can WhatsApp me, and you can. I'll stick around for a few minutes after the presentation, so that you guys can ask me questions, and I'm happy to answer your questions. Let me just get a sip of my tea here. Okay, so if you like me and you like to make money and you like access to multiple streams of income, then this will be of interest to you. So when you join this as a business, so it's like a franchise, when you buy into the franchise, okay, you then get access like a member, like a member of Virgin Classic, you get all of the fringe benefits that the other guys don't get. Well, this is what happens, okay? You then get access to bigger contracts. Remember what I said to you? The bigger your contract, the more Bitcoin you get paid every single day, and Bitcoin is an appreciating currency, all right? So you now get access to $1,000, $2,000, $2,500, $5,000, and $10,000 contracts. They are paid off once off, and you can buy multiples of these contracts, and you can add to them ad hoc at your leisure when you want to, okay? And I'm going to show you how I'm making dollars and buying these contracts, multiples of them, and just solidifying my position and leveraging like crazy, okay? Leverage, my friends, is the power of wealth. That's the way wealth comes from leverage, okay? So instead of using your own money, using the money from the business. And I'm going to get into that. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to blow your mind today and show you the absolute perfect model to wealth, okay? Now, so just another point on this, very important. These are what we call wholesale prices. You can see that the price you pay per gigahash, or per, just imagine a gigahash is like a spade. Like, the more spades you have in a gold mine, well, the more you're able to mine more gold, right? So the more mining power you have, the more Bitcoin you're able to mine, all right? So you can see that this is why we call these retail. You can see the difference here. This is why we call these retail as opposed to wholesale, because you're getting a lot more bang for your buck, put it that way. So more mining power for the same dollar. All right, now this is what your dashboard looks like. This is why we call it a turnkey solution. Everything is done for you. So when you go here and you see our mining setup, so you own either a fraction of these machines, or you own the whole machines. So you own the equipment in the mine. It's your equipment. Like, I've got thousands and thousands of dollars of mining equipment. That mining equipment belongs to me, but the company looks after the equipment for me, so I don't have to do a thing. I just sleep at night, and every time I wake up in the morning, I've got more Bitcoin, and I'm richer than ever before. And I'm going to show you how easily I change that Bitcoin into rands, and I've got cash flow, and I'm building wealth. So I'm building wealth on the one side, and I've got assets on the one side, and I've got cash flow on the other side to pay my bills, to live my life. I jump on a plane, I fly business class. By the time I land in the other country, I'm already paid. My flight ticket's already paid already, okay? So while I'm in the air, I'm getting paid. While I'm sleeping, I'm getting paid. While I'm eating, I'm getting paid. While I'm talking to you on this webinar, I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid in every direction from Tuesday, okay? Now, these are our mining equipment, and all this mining equipment gets connected to your own personal dashboard, like your own internet banking account, like you guys are used to internet banking. And you come in here and you see all of the Bitcoin that you've mined. So this is a small contract, $500. But now I want you to pay attention over here, okay? I want you to see how this asset has appreciated, it's tripled in value, all right? In other words, he started off with a $500 miner contract, and in his sleep, this contract has appreciated by triple, and it's generated cash flow, Bitcoin for him, which is an appreciation. And let me tell you something, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years from now, this money will be worth hundreds of thousands, okay? Because Bitcoin is an appreciating currency. Imagine if your rand appreciated like Bitcoin. Do you think you'd still be working? You would not be working, all right? You would be free. The fact of the matter is they need to keep you in the system so they can keep the system alive. So they devalue your rand so you can work for the rest of your life. People have got to start waking up. We've got to start getting educated and start removing ourselves from the system of that keeps us stuck and keeps us poor or keeps us mediocre or keeps us middle class. Okay. Now, so it triples in value and you get cash flow as well. Okay. This is the same with the other currencies. So now you're printing money. Okay. You're basically printing your own money. Your money is on your phone. You are your own bank. All right. You are the bank now. Okay. You're the bank. You're printing your money. You're sleeping. You wake up. There's money. Okay. If you want to understand how it works, if it's too much for you, just go and watch the video that explains it. Watch it over and over again until you get it. Okay. But this is powerful. And when I first saw this, it blew my mind. I dropped everything. I stopped everything that I was doing. I said, I've got to focus on this because this is my once in a lifetime opportunity to break away from the system that keeps me stuck. Okay. And I can't move forward. I can't break free. I can't live the life I want to live. And I thank God that I did that because now I'm a free man. All right. I'm a free man and I'm free to do as I please within reason, right? I'm not going to go and do things that are going to harm me and harm my body, although I can because I've got money. But money can be destructive or it can be creative. It can create a beautiful life for you or it can destroy your life. It depends how you think and how you use it. Okay. Now, this is an asset, guys. This is an asset. And the way that we think about it is that it's the golden goose, all right, that lays the golden eggs. So that's the golden egg. It's a goose. And the fatter the goose gets, the more gooses you have, and the fatter the goose gets, the more eggs it lays. So now you get this, you got this one goose, okay? And you can have another goose, and you can have 10 gooses, and you can have 50 goose or geese, or whatever you want to call it. Each goose lays you eggs, all right? And the goose, each goose gets fatter every day, and it lays you bigger eggs. Okay, bigger eggs. And now you got another goose, and this goose lays. So now you own the infrastructure. You're like a MasterCard, your Visa, because you are securing the network, and you're also getting paid a fraction of every transaction on the network. All right. Remember, we're building a new network now. We're building a new money system, and you are now part of the new money system. You're an owner in the new money system. You see people that just go and buy the Bitcoin. See, they're not thinking big enough. They are owning the eggs. And you can only own so many eggs, right? And the fact of the matter is people are always having emergencies. There's always something. See, because money moves. Money, let me tell you, money does not settle. If you want to start hoarding money, believe me, you're going to lose that money. Okay? Things are going to happen in your life. You're going to start eating into your Bitcoin. And what's going to happen? The Bitcoin started going to disappear. But then what happens is the barrier of entry starts to rise because you may have bought Bitcoin at $1,000. Now Bitcoin is $6,000. Or you may have bought Bitcoin at $6,000. Now Bitcoin is $50,000. How are you going to get back into the market? Well, it's not going to be easy, right? But if you own the golden goose that lays the egg, well, let's see now. If I spend some of my eggs, the goose just lays me another egg. Do you see the difference? Big difference. Okay. Now let's look at this example of a mining contract. I'm not going to say whose mining contract it is, but this contract started out very small, $1,000. You can see, look at that. It went from 6,600 gigahash to 15,000 gigahash. Okay, this person spent some of his eggs. He went and sold some of his eggs on the market, and he paid some of his bills. May have took his family on holiday. Guess what? His goose that has gone fatter laid him 4 more eggs. Okay, this contract appreciated by 248% in 10 months. It's unheard of. Okay, it's unheard of. Any investor will fall on his back if you had to show him 248% appreciation in 10 months. Listen, I'm just getting started, guys. I haven't even showed you the real money. Okay, I'm just getting started. Okay, stick around. Okay, now I don't know if this doesn't blow your mind. I don't know what will. I don't know what will blow your mind, because this is passive income at its best. All right, this is passive income at its best. You've got an asset that is appreciated triple. It's tripled in value in 10 months. Okay, it's laid eggs. You spend some of the eggs, it laid you more eggs. In fact, you will struggle to keep up with the goose, because it keeps laying you eggs, and you're trying to spend the eggs, it just lays you more eggs. Okay. Now, what is the power of our strategy? Our power of our strategy, which I've just shown you guys, is compounding. And Albert Einstein said, he said something profound about compounding. He said, compounding is the eighth wonder of the world. That's why the banks rob you and you don't even know they're robbing you, right? They want to give you 5% per month on your 100,000 Rand. But meanwhile, they take that same 100,000 Rand, they group it with all of the suckers that they've suckered in, okay? And they go overseas and they make 30% on your money and they compound it. That's how they can easily, with a smile on their face, give you a measly 2 to 5% per year, because they're making 30-40% of, they're managing their risk. All right. So when they're managing their risk, it's easy for them to give you 2 to 5% because they know they're gonna make minimum 30% on your 100,000. They're gonna make that. That's what they do. Okay. So it's time to take control of your money. It's time to take back control of your future. And the way that you do that is by educating yourself. All right. So we compound, and you can see that all of these contracts that I've just shown you guys are compounding automatically without you doing a single thing. This is purely passive. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to belong to NASA. None of those things. 35% is compounded for you. And that's why this contract has grown like this, because 35% of your daily reward of your egg is used to buy you more mining power. And you've got full control via your settings to change that. And you can say, look, I don't want my investment growing by 35%. I want it growing by 50%, or I want it growing by 60%. So contrary to the banks where they control how much you can earn, you control that because you're your own bank and you can do with your money as you please. So if you do nothing today except buy a mining contract, your mining capacity will grow and your passive income will grow and you'll be on the sure path, okay, to the future of money. That's Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now, let's talk about the dollar side, how you can make even more money and use leverage and use the dollars from your business to buy more contracts and to generate cash flow for you as well, in addition to the crypto that you get paid every day. Now, let me just show you guys quickly before I get into this, how easy it is to withdraw. You'll see here, there's a withdraw button. And all you do is you withdraw it into a local exchange. And that exchange, you just put a wallet on your phone. You can see it works on your phone. And you can see here all of my transactions, all of this generated on autopilot. Yeah, 36,000 Rand paid to my bank account, 13,000 Rand, 18,000 Rand, all passive, people. Passive, passive, passive. I just move it from here whenever I need it. It's instant, okay? I get it the same day. I move my money, withdraw, boom, into my Luno account, boom, and then boom, into my Standard Bank. How difficult is that? It's easier than taking ice cream from a child. All right. So you're getting paid. I'm getting paid for doing absolutely nothing. It's called passive income. And I've gotten used to it, and I'm sure you'll get used to it too. So why would you want to tell your friends about Galaxy Mine? Well, you can see already. I mean, I've told everybody I'm so excited about the fact that I'm making money without lifting a finger. You help them hedge their risk portfolio out of fiat and into cryptocurrency. And you help them grow their mining pool so we can all benefit, right? So you're hedging against fiat, which I've just shown you guys is a depreciating currency. So that's the only reason you tell your friends, family, and even strangers about Galaxy. That would be a good enough reason, wouldn't you agree? Because the fact of the matter is, we are referring people to things every single day. You buy a fridge, it's a DeFi. You refer your friend. You buy a new car, it's a Ford. You refer your friend to Ford. Does Ford pay you? Does DeFi pay you? No, they don't. You refer a new drink. You refer a restaurant. Does a restaurant pay you? No, they don't. But they make money off of you. They make money off of your referrals every day. If you just become aware of your conversation with your friends, with your colleagues every day, you will recognize that there are referrals happening every single day, and they are doing it unawarely. They are referring people to all kinds of companies, to all kinds of brands, services, and products, and they do it for free. They're happy to do things for free. The minute you say to them, listen, man, you want to get paid for being for referring, and then all of a sudden they hold back because they don't want to make money. And that's the mentality that needs to be broken. So here's the thing that we do here at Galaxy. We say to you that if you build and because I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a business person, I call it distribution channel. All right. And because I watch Shark Tank, especially one in the US, I understand the power of distribution channels. And you got to understand that every one of those sharks, right, from Mark Cuban to all of them, Diamond, the Diamond guy, all those guys, they all have what we call distribution channels, okay? And when they see somebody pitching there in front, their minds are working and they think to themselves, okay, how can I match this product to my distribution channel? Is it a match? And if it's not a match, they say no. If it is a match, they all start fighting amongst each other like the sharks do, and because they want to get that product into their distribution channel, because that's where the money is. The money is not solely in the product. The money is in the distribution channel, okay? So now we give you a once-off commission plus the bonuses, what we call the commissionable volume points, and I'm going to explain to you what commissionable volume is and how it relates to what we call sales volume, okay? So the more volume you have coming through your business, so you are your business, the more volume you have coming in, sales volume from your distribution channels that are built infinitely, okay? It's unlimited depth. The company pays you $50. So if you cycle, if sales, if 100 sales come in, you get $5,000. If 1,000 sales come in, you get $50,000, okay? And it's all dependent on your distribution channel. This is over and above your mining contracts that are paying you daily, whether you decide to join the distribution channel or not. The difference is you are not depending on the market now, but you are more dependent on your activity, building your business to generate more income for you and more cash flow into your life. So now when you bring in your first distributor, say Jack, the company says, thank you very much, here's 150 for you. It's once off. You bring in another distributor, Boosie, the company says, thank you, another 150. You bring in another distributor, John, the company says, thank you again, gives you 150. You then bring in this distributor, and it's all by referral, because let me tell you, we have the greatest product on the planet. And what product is that? That product is money. And when I realized that, my mind was blown, because every other product is niche, right? If you're selling hair products, you're selling to a certain market, a certain demographic. If you're selling weight loss products, you're selling to a certain demographic. Not everybody is your customer, but because our product is money, every on this planet is your customer, because everybody needs money. There's not one person on this planet that does not need money, okay? There's no person unless they're dead, then they don't need money anymore. But if you're alive and if you're breathing, regardless of your age or color or where you're from, you need money. And this is what has enabled me to build a worldwide business, because everybody needs money. Our product appeals to everyone, okay? So now you're building a distribution channel. So now this Jack, he starts building his distribution channel. And Boosie starts building her distribution channel. And John starts building his distribution channel. Infinitely down, infinitely down, infinitely. Joel, same thing. Jan, same thing. Now volume starts to come into your distributor business. You start to get sales volume. What are you doing? This is me. What am I doing? I'm doing nothing. The company's just paying me $50. So I end up making thousands of dollars. This is over and above the 150. It's over and above all of my mining contract. I'm making thousands of dollars doing absolutely nothing and just talking to you like I'm talking to you now. All right. Thousands of dollars per day, people. Okay. From distribution channel. Now, how is that different from any other model on the planet? Well, it's not. Well, think about Apple. This is Apple. Okay. Here's all of Apple's distributors all the way down, all around the world. How does Apple move their iPhones? They move it through their distribution channel. Okay, this is a distribution channel. So they move their products through the distribution channel. This distributor might make $500, for example, just for the sake of the argument, $500 per sale of an iPhone, for example. This one makes $500. This one makes $500. Apple only probably makes $50 per sale. But guess who's got the volume? All right. So they might be making $500, $500 once off, but Apple is making $5,000, $50,000 because of the volume. Okay. Volume is the key here. Okay. And that's why distribution channels are so powerful, because of the volume. All right. Now you become the Apple. All right. You become the Microsoft, but you become the Microsoft of money. Okay. And now massive amounts of volume as you build your distribution channel. You don't even know who these distributors are, but the company is saying, because you've built that channel, okay, we're going to pay you a portion of the sales, okay? And that's where the power of this business model comes in. You see, what people don't understand is they don't understand models. I used to work for banks, for utility companies like Eskom and telecoms. They were always looking to improve their models because models allow you to be efficient, and models allow you to scale, and models allow you to make even more money. You see, people that go to a job, you've got a model too. Your model is the job model, but the job model is inefficient. The job model says it's only me, right? There's none of these people here. It's only me. How much can you imagine if Apple said, no, look, we're just going to sell on our own? Do you think they're going to make the same money if they did not have the distribution channel? They would not make nowhere as much money as they make without distribution channels. So it's the same with you. You have a model. Your model is called a job. You go to a job every day. That model is not efficient. That model will not set you financially free. That model will cause you to work for the rest of your life. So you got to choose which model are you going to choose. Are you going to stick with that model, or are you going to change over to a better model? Okay. Now I'm going to show you guys how much money you can make just on the business alone. This is not anything to do with the mining contracts. Like I said, the mining contracts are once off, and you get paid in perpetuity every single day for the rest of your life. So this is a disclaimer by Lifestyle Galaxy to confirm that we in no way guarantee these rewards that will be indicated in the next 2 slides. These figures are purely hypothetical and will differ entirely depending on the efforts of your team and of your effort, right? Like you see me now, I'm putting in some effort, I'm building my business, okay? Now, we're not selling magic beans, we're still working on that. What we are selling is a powerful model for you to determine your own salary and to stop living and working for a company that caps you, right? I used to do wonderful things at the companies I used to work for. I'm qualified software engineer and electronic engineer. I used to solve amazing problems for these people, and I used to work, more than my 8 hours per day. Do you think that they paid me extra? They just said, "No, thanks, Craig. You did a wonderful job, and here's your normal paycheck." Right now, I work for myself, and I set my salary. The harder I work, the more money I make, and I'm happy to do it because it's light work. All right, it's talking to people, and I love talking to people. So let's say you had a distribution channel of 100 distributors or members. I like to call it distributors. I like to refer to it as just distribution channel because it makes a whole lot more sense to me when I think of it that way, and I hope it makes more sense to you as well. So with the distribution channel of 100 people, you can make 35,000. Okay. Now, I want to make a very important point. Please listen. You don't necessarily have to bring in these 100 people. You can bring in 10 people, 10 distributors. Those 10 can bring in their 10. Well, that's 100, isn't it? So how much did you bring in? You only brought in 10, but your distribution channel is 100, and you get paid for those 100. Okay. Now, let's do that again. If you had 1,000 distributors in your distribution channel, that's 350,000 Rand passive income. This is over and above your mining contracts. This is over and above the $150. Okay. Now, how many people did you bring in? Let's say you brought in 10. Okay. You didn't bring in a whole 1,000. You just brought in 10. All right. So those 10 brought in their 10. That's 100. Those 10 brought in their 10. You got 1,000. So let's say those 10 now brought in their 10. Well, that's 3.5 million Rand of 100 from 100,000 distributors. How many people did you bring in? 10. You only brought in 10. You didn't bring in 100,000. You just brought in 10. Okay. Now, if I'm making 3.5 million Rand a year after 3 or 4 years, I can tell you right now that's a lot of money passively. Okay. Because I don't know when last you made your 3.5 million Rand passively, but I can tell you a lot of people haven't because they don't understand models. Okay. There's a powerful statement from John D. Rockefeller, a billionaire back in the 1900s. He said, "I would rather earn 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts." You see, when I realized that I would never be financially free if I continued to climb the corporate ladder and 100% on my own efforts, backstabbing people and getting stabbed in my own back along the way, I would never be financially free. I would never have time freedom. I may be able to go on a vacation for 5 days, 10 days max, and I would come back to the same drama. I'd come back to the same old life, right? And I needed to stop that. And I realized that I needed to change my thinking. I needed to change my models. I needed to think like rich people And let me tell you, this is how rich people think. I would rather earn 1% of 100 people's efforts. Well, I would rather earn 1% of 1,000 people's efforts. I would rather earn 1% of 10,000 people's efforts. Oh, and people are going, no, 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 I'm going to earn 100% of my own effort. That is not wise, okay? That is not, you'll never be financially rich if you're relying on 100% of your own skill, of your own. Have you ever heard of the term other people's money, other people's skills, other people's energy, other people, other people, other people? Well, that's how rich people think, okay? And we need to start changing our thinking. So here are the facts about the company. We are not just a mining company. We also have esports, which is $1 billion industry by itself. All right, so you get all of that. I'm going to get into that shortly. You get all of the products that the company has available, all digital, all self-fulfilled. All you have to do is put yourself in front of this money train. That's it. Now let's talk about value versus cost. This is one of my favorite quotes by Warren Buffett, and it's so true of people. And that's what separates rich people from broke people. What separates successful people from people that are constantly failing. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. All right. When you are about to purchase something, all right, the first thing people look at is they look at the price. They don't look at value. The first thing that you should be looking at is value. That's why people are prepared to pay 20,000 Rand, 30,000 Rand for an iPhone, because there's perceived value. They're happy to pay those prices because there's value attached to the price. Okay. So if I came to you and I said to you, well, here's a Ferrari for $500 because I really need, or let me say $600. I really need the $600. Take this Ferrari. Well, the person that doesn't have $600 will go, I don't have $600. Okay. Because they're looking at the $600 that they don't have instead of looking at the Ferrari, at the value. But the person that understands value, even though they don't have the $600, they will go to the ends of the earth, look under every rock to find $600. They will borrow the money. They will borrow $100 from this aunt and $50 from that uncle and $6 from this cat, whatever, to put together the $600 to get the Ferrari, because they know, they understand value, and they know that they'll be able to pay back that money, if not the next day, the next month, because it might just take a month to sell a Ferrari. Okay. Now, same thing with this business. You're getting a state-of-the-art website with which to build a distribution channel, business management, fully equipped, all of the integrations, all of the payment gateways to accept credit cards, debit cards, Bitcoin, vouchers, full e-commerce enabled website to the value of $15,000. And really, in my eyes, it's undervalued, because if you take this website and go to any computer software company and ask them to do something similar, you will not get a quote of $15,000. You'll get a lot higher. You also get the retail mining contract with the e-commerce site built in, all of the mining to sell mining contracts. I've got miners all over the world, thousands of them that have joined this business that buy mining contracts from me every single week. Why? Because they're making money. And anybody that tastes money is like a bloodhound. They want more of it, right? They want more, because the minute they've tasted blood, they want more blood, all right? And money is like blood. The more money you make, the more money you see, you want more of it, right? So my business is building itself in perpetuity, all right? That word always gets me, Mr. Wonderful's word from Shark Tank. And so this is the value that you're getting. You're able to sell these contracts without worrying about setting up any infrastructure, worrying about ordering machines and all the fulfillment and everything that makes most businesses fail. All of that is taken care of for you. It's done for you by Big Brother, and all you've got to do is make money. Okay, and all, again, this is all equipped with payment gateways, the works. You get the auction, penny auction website. Ask Jordan Belfort from Wolf of Wall Street the power of penny stocks, of penny auctions. You get the full e-commerce website. Okay, value, let me rather say undervalued at $10,000. Okay, just incredible. You get the gaming website, e-commerce website with full back office where you log in and manage all of your gamers. I've got thousands of gamers from all around the world, Philippines, Indonesia, all the big gaming countries, South Africa, Nigeria, Kenya. They play games on my platform, and the company shares the revenue with me. Because the biggest difference is, yes, this year, think about Candy Crush, right? Millions of people play Candy Crush every week, and most of them are women over the age of 35 Can you believe it? I didn't believe it either, but it's true. Okay, they don't win. They don't win any money. They don't get, the only satisfaction they get out of that game is, I don't know. It's probably moving to the next stage or whatever. I've never played Candy Crush, so I don't know. But there's no monetary incentive to play Candy Crush, right? Our games are better. Our games, again, you can download them from the Google. You get all of these games. You get your own platform. These games last a minute, and people can win up to $20 per minute. Okay, and you get paid every time they log in and play the game, and the company shares revenue with you. All right. Now, again, these are all the games. You get them on. You can check them out on Google Play. You get all of them. Plus, you get them on Firefox website as well. Just the value of the website alone, with all the games integrated, the accounting integrated, the payment gateways integrated. We're launching the games on the crypto blockchain as well. It's going to make it so much easier for people to fund their accounts and to get paid instantly. It's just going to explode. Okay, it's $10,000 value on the website alone, plus $50,000 value of games. Okay, now listen, I'm a software programmer. I had my own games on. I've still got some of them, because Google keeps changing their. Sick and tired of updating the games all the time, because and see, that's the thing, is that you don't have to worry about any of that. It's all taken care of you. All you've got to do is focus on building your business. All of the other tasks of running a business are taken care for you. All right. So, and then you also get the duplication marketing CRM system to help you build a worldwide business online through the power of the internet, through the power of social media, to the value of $4,000. Okay. So again, price is what you pay, value is what you get. So total value that I've just shown you guys, that's a total value of $104,000. That's 1.5 million Rand. And the reason why I say it's undervalued is, first of all, I've undervalued the cost of creating those websites, or those e-commerce websites. It's not just an ordinary website. I've undervalued the fact that, I haven't even mentioned the fact that all of the infrastructure, the mining equipment, the integration that goes into it, the technical expertise. If I brought that into the equation, which I should and probably will in the next time I do this presentation, it runs into the millions and millions of rands. Okay, so what are you going to get? You're going to get the main business e-commerce website to the value or undervalue of $15,000. That's 215,000 Rand. You're going to get the retail e-commerce website, value $15,000 or 15,000 Rand, 215,000 Rand value. You're going to get, now guys, I'm just telling you, this is only the business. I just want to remind you, I'm not counting the contracts. Those contracts are paying you every day over and above this. Okay. Auction website, $10,000, gaming website, $60,000 or close to R1 million, and a marketing system website for 57,000 Rand. Okay. If you are from another country and you're on this webinar, that's $4,000. So total value of $104,000, that's 1.5 million Rand undervalued. So if all this did was enable you to earn an extra income every week or month, would it be worth it? All right. If it helped you to pay your house off, would it be worth it? If it helped you to pay your car or buy a new, would it be worth it? If it enabled you to spend more time with your family, would it be worth it? If it helped you to pay for that well-deserved vacation, and I'm not talking about the caravan park down the road, I'm talking about a proper vacation where you jump on a plane with your family, go down to Cape Town, or go overseas and have a proper, well-deserved vacation, would that be worth it to you? If it gave you peace of mind so you worry less, would it be worth it? And if it enabled you to leave your job and work from home, would it be worth it? And let me tell you from my own experience, this business has helped me do all of these things, right? I would never believed it if somebody told me that when I just started, but this business has enabled me to do all of these things 10 times over. So what's it worth it to you to pay off your house? 25K, 50K, 100K, maybe $1 million? What's it worth to you to go on vacation every year? 50K, 200K, maybe $1 million? It's becoming more and more expensive to go on vacations. I mean, a business class tickets cost me 65,000 Rand return, but I pay it in my sleep because I get paid in my sleep. Get out of debt, 15K, 20K. Some people are in 100K's amount of debt. Other people are in more. They're more worse. How much would you pay to live the life of your dreams? You can see why others are willing to pay tens of thousands of dollars for a business that can change their lives for good. You can see why it's a good deal and why we could easily charge $10,000 or $150,000, or to the general public $15,000, 215,000 rand. But because you're special, and I really mean that, you can get started today for just $600 once off to get all of that value. All right, once off today, and that's about 9,000 rand, roughly. Because the exchange rate keeps going up and down. So when I did this slide, it was 8650, but it should be about 9,000 rand now. And that's for a value of 1.5 million rand business, okay? And again, it's far more than that. So Richard Branson says, if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, that's somebody being me, but you are not sure you can do it, just say yes, and then learn how to do it later. Let me tell you how easy it is to build this business. All you do, you send people to this webinar, you put them in front of me, and you make money. 1, 2, 3, ABC. Now, if you have two choices today. First option, do nothing. That's what most people do. All day, day after day, year, life after life, they do nothing and they don't take any risks. And that's the only 100% risk-free, that's the only 100% guarantee you're going to get in life, is do nothing. Just do absolutely nothing. Do nothing to change the situation. Do nothing about the fact that you're not living your dream life. Just do nothing. The second option is come up with a small investment today compared to all the value you get in return and just give it a shot. But as you know, nothing comes from nothing. If you do nothing about your current situation, then nothing will change for you, okay? Here's my 7-day guarantee for you guys. If you sign up today and if you don't like it for any reason, I don't care if it's 6 days, 23 hours and 59 minutes from now. Just let me know and we'll give you your money back or just cancel within the 7-day trial period. This is for the business now. This is not for the mining contracts, because the mining contracts, we've got to deploy real equipment and get your dashboard set up. So this is just for the business that I'm referring to. The real question is this here. Is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Which if it does even half of what I've claimed it to do today on this webinar, it will pay for itself. Let me just tell you something. There's people that have joined this business. They've ROI'd in the first week. Others have ROI'd in the first month. All you got to do, people that are in my distribution channel are building their businesses in their sleep. Because what do? All they do is they send people to my webinar. Who's doing the talking? Me or them? I am. Who's hosting the webinar? Me or them? I'm hosting the webinar. Do you see how we are building empires, right? Through leverage. So you got to ask yourself, how do you sleep at night? And be honest. This is a rhetorical question. It's a question you got to ask yourself. Do you sleep like the person on the left, or do you sleep like the person on your right? Well, I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that I sleep like the person on the left. I wake up with joy every day. People think there's something wrong. Well, let me tell you, when you're waking up to thousands of dollars in your bank account or in your wallet every morning, you'll be the same. Let me tell you, your persona will change. Your whole being will change, because that's what money does. Money feels like you're walking on air. It feels like you got two bounces. You got a bounce in your step, almost like you're a gangster or something. Let me show you what you do next, okay? What you're going to do. This is what you're going to get. This is the immense value you're going to get. You're going to get the main business e-commerce website for $15,000. It's 215,000 Rand undervalued value. You're going to get the real retail e-commerce website at an undervalued value of $15,000 or 215,000 Rand if you're South African. You're going to get the auction website at an undervalued value of $10,000 or 145,000 Rand. You're going to get the gaming website for an undervalued value of $60,000, close to R1 million. You're going to get the marketing system website at a total value of $4,000 or 57,000 Rand. That's a total whopping undervalued value of $104,000, 1.5 million Rand, heavily undervalued for only $600 if you get started today. Again, let me remind you of the very wise words of Richard Branson. If somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, that's somebody being me, but you're not sure you can do it, just say yes and then learn how to do it later. Okay? The more money you have, the more choices you have. The less money you have, the less choices you have. Let me tell you, I got tired of flying economy. That's a big problem for me, right? When you're flying 24 hours, 21 hours, 30 hours, in economy. It's a pain. It's a misery. All right. So when you have money, all of a sudden that you can now it opens up choices for you. So now you have the choice to fly business class. You have the choice to fly first class. Okay. When you have money, you have the choice to buy a car instead of taking the train or the taxi. When you have money, you have the choice which restaurant you want to go to. That's what money does. Money gives you a myriad of choices. When you don't have money, all of a sudden those choices become less and less till you sometimes you actually left with no choice at all. All right. So this is what's going to happen if you don't sign up immediately. Okay. You run the risk of paying more. That's a fact. The price has already increased from $400 this time last year to $600. That's $200 more. All right. When I joined this business, I think I paid like 3,500 Rand because I saw it. I had vision. I realized this company was on the cutting edge of something I needed to be involved in. And I thank the good Lord that I made that decision. All right. You also run the risk that the Rand dollar exchange rate is climbing fast. Well, I don't have to tell you that the Rand is like almost 15. It's struggling. The media keeps trying to, get people to believe that, just by changing, they'll make all kinds of announcements like Tito Mboweni is replacing Nene and the Rand recovered by a few cents. Yeah, it recovered by a few cents. Then 2 weeks later, it goes up by a few rands. You've seen this movie time and time again. How many times do you need to see it? You miss out on a once in a lifetime opportunity to make money in your sleep. Another profound statement by the greatest investor of our time, Warren Buffett. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. All right. Now, I'm nothing special. That's not me. That's Will Ferrell. He is kind of a big deal. But I'm nothing special. I'm not good at talking to people or recruiting or marketing, but I can still show people I can still show people a simple video and let a proven system do all the work for me. Okay. And so can you. If I can do it, and if thousands of other people from various backgrounds can do it, then so can you. I love what Les Brown says. He says, there's a 4-minute clip of him. I just love watching. It's so true. He says, there is no secret to success. There is a system to success. Let me just say that again, because it's for me, it's profound. There is no secret to success. There is a system to success. And we have a system, we have a proven system, and it's been proven time and time again that this system of ours is setting people financially free and making us extremely wealthy. So here again is what you're going to get. You're going to get the main business e-commerce website valued at $15,000, 215,000 Rand, undervalued value. You're going to get the retail e-commerce website undervalued at $15,000, 215,000 Rand. You're going to get the auction website for an undervalued value of $10,000, 145,000 Rand. You're going to get the state-of-the-art gaming website and games for $60,000, value of almost R1 million. You're going to get the marketing system website for an undervalued value of $4,000 or 57,000 Rand, for a total undervalued value of $104,000, 1.5 million Rand value. All right. So for the first 10 people on today's webinar, I'm giving a $50 discount. So instead of paying the $600, you will only pay the $550. You'll only pay $550, and you'll save yourself about 1,000 Rand. Again, these slides were made before the Rand decided to go on a nice little hike. So again, if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not sure you can do it, just say yes, and then learn how to do it later. I mean, take the advice of rich people, guys. I'm sure Richard Branson knows what he's talking about. So I've come to the end of the presentation. I want to thank you guys for sticking around. This is the website. If you want to take up my offer, $550. Okay, for the first 10 people only. It's only going to be for the first 10 people. That's the site over there. Let me just stick around there, guys. I want to just put it up here as well. I should have actually put it up earlier, but there you go. Hopefully you guys can see that. There's a time on there, so you got that amount of time to get that going. If you have any questions, you can contact me. I'll pop them in the chat room. Pop your number, pop your email address, and if you need me, if you want me to get a hold of you. But make the decision now. Make a decision to change your life. as I was saying to you guys earlier, if you want to get started first with $100, so you don't want to get started in the business straight away, that's perfect. You can always join the business later once you're absolutely convinced and sure that this, what I'm talking to you guys about, actually works and it's the real deal, right? Once you purchase one of these smaller contracts, I honestly suggest to you to start with $100. Do not start with anything less, because $100 will give you a good perspective, good idea of how much money you can make. These are way too small and they're way too slow, and they really are for people that have got no money. All right, like just really broke. Okay, now you can start off here. We put you in our WhatsApp groups. We help you get started. We help you get your wallets and so on. And you can just meet the greater community and see how people are changing their lives. And you can always make a decision later to upgrade. But of course, you're going to lose the discount. So if you go this route, I just want to warn you that then you're going to pay the full price. The discount that falls away. But up to you. So you can join and get started and join the most powerful business on the planet, the business that's in the cloud, right? Understand that that's where the money is. The money is in the cloud. Look at Amazon. Look at Uber. Does Uber own cars? Does Amazon own products? No, they don't. They own the cloud. They're in the cloud, right? So you are using the same business model of going into the cloud and leveraging the physical equipment and the physical locations of other people, right? Jeff Bezos, the CEO and founder of Amazon, realized that in the 90s already. He realized, look, I've got to leverage other people's resources. So other people's books, other people's resources, other people's money, other people's skills, other people's everything, right? All he does now, all he did was manage in the cloud, right? And they don't own any of the post offices. They don't own any of the delivery companies. They own none of that, right? It's called leverage. And it's the same with you. You don't own any of the things that make most businesses fail, because they want to do everything. They want to be the jack of all trade. They want to be involved in the delivery. They want to be involved in the creation of the product, in the marketing of the product. No, just focus on one thing and leverage. That's how you become wealthy. You become wealthy through leverage, and eventually start earning dollars and Bitcoin and crypto, and weaning yourself off one of the weakest currencies on the planet, Rand. When I go overseas now, I feel very powerful because I've got, I feel secure because I'm not going to other countries with rands. Oh my God, that frightens me. It frightens me to go to the UK with the rand if I'm earning rands. It frightens me to go to the US if I'm earning rands. But when I'm earning dollars, I can go to the US with peace of mind. And not only that, I'm earning superior cryptocurrencies, okay, that have got appreciative value. So when I go to these countries, I feel secure. I feel like a king because I'm earning the top currencies on the world. I'm not earning inferior currencies. That's why people never leave South Africa. They can't. It's an inferior currency. So start weeding yourself off inferior currencies, guys, and start moving over to superior currencies. Move over to the other side of the fence. So yes, it might be a struggle for you to come up with $600 because you're still on this side of the fence. You're on the South African Rand side of the fence. But once you move over to the dollar side of the fence, to the crypto side of the fence, well, things start to change. Okay, especially you're now living in South Africa and you're earning dollars. Life becomes a breeze. Okay, life becomes fantastic because you're earning dollars in crypto instead of rands, and so you're going down instead of going up. Right? That's a mission to go up because you're feeling the pain of taking out those rands. Okay, $600 is like 9,000 rand. But don't think about that way. Think about the fact that you're now repositioning yourself, or you're going to start repositioning yourself to start earning powerful, superior currencies. So when you need to do exchanges now, you're now exchanging from dollars to rands as opposed to rands to dollars, or Bitcoin to rands as opposed to rands to Bitcoin. Can you imagine changing one Bitcoin to rands? Okay, that's a lot of money. That's 100,000 rand. But can you imagine buying one Bitcoin? That's a lot of money for South Africans. So think about it that way. All right, guys. So I hope that session was valuable to everybody. I want to thank you for taking out the time of your day today to join this webinar. And if you have any questions, please let me know, but I encourage you to get started. Go over to the link and make the payment. You'll get the 1,000 Rand discount, all right? But you can start off just by mining with us, taking out a small contract, seeing for yourself how real this is. But I just want to let you know that if you don't take advantage of the discount that I'm offering today, then if you want to upgrade later, it will be the full $600 to upgrade. Okay. And again, the advantage of joining the business first is that you can leverage, right? Because imagine, you join the business, now you got the business. The business is there, it's yours for life. You put people in front of me, they join the business, they get it, they want to make money, you get the 150s from the company, and before you know it, within a week, you have $1,000. So now you've recovered your $600 or your $550, okay? Now you've got $450 of money that you can put into contracts, right? So now you can start building your empire and weaning yourself off of a job or weaning yourself out of that self-employment business of yours that Robert Kiyosaki calls the real hell, okay? And come over to where the work is light, all right? And so yeah, that's how you can use the power of leverage to leverage. And that's how I started this business, because I'm a businessman, I'm an entrepreneur. I didn't start buying out mining contracts and all that. I joined the business because I realized that the business can actually help me leverage. And that's how I leverage my way out of a job. I leverage my way into owning now multiple mining contracts by using the power of the business. And I built my business, and I now have cash flow in dollars and multiple streams of different mining contracts that are mining me: Monero, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Dash, Ethereum, Expands, Zcash. And I keep just strengthening my position from the cash flow that is now coming into my business and into my life like crazy. Okay. So basically, I'm getting paid 12,100 times per year. And people that are in jobs, they get paid 12 times a month, 12 times a year. Can you imagine? Out of 365 days, you're only getting paid 12 times. I'm getting paid 12,120 times. 12,120 times out of 365. That makes a whole lot of sense to me. And okay, I'm a maths person. I love maths. That makes a hell of a lot of sense to me. Okay, but getting paid 12 times out of 12, only 12 days out of 365 days, that makes no sense to me. I need to move faster. I need to live my life. All right, time is running out. Okay, so guys, again, thank you, and we'll catch you on the next webinar.